I'm here to talk to Tom Kerridge to find out how he kept things interesting throughout his well-being journey.
See, one of the biggest things and the challenges is keeping things interesting. You see, monotony becomes boring, it becomes uninspiring, you get fed up of stuff and you need to change it, and then that's when you go, oh, I'll just go back to having a burger, or I'll go back to doing whatever, or I'll go back to not bothering to go to the gym because it's boring, it's not the same. And then on top of that, it was down to finding the position, the mental strength, and when you can do it, when I could build up to it. When I made the switch, I couldn't just wake up one morning and go, okay, that's what I'm going to do. From now on, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It was, I'm going to get to that point. And it was trying to put all the pieces of the puzzle into the right place, the right position.
So essentially changing things up has been a way for you to create different motivations.
You have to embrace those change, and that does make it become, I suppose, an eclectic mix. Life suddenly becomes more varied. You've got out of this rut that you're in, this parallel world that you are in, that you see everybody else in, you've suddenly entered into. For me, when it was food, I focused on the food and cooking food that I can eat, rather than worrying about the stuff that you've left behind. For example, lettuce with no dressing on it. That's boring, okay? So you just go, well, this is boring, this is rubbish. I'm going to go back to eating the food that I want. But if you go to eating really tasty, thoroughly delicious, layered lasagnas with vegetables through it that tastes as good as anything before, if not better, you go, why was I eating that rubbish in the first place? So that becomes exciting. Fitness, I mean, that's a difficult one, because for me it was about swimming, and some people will find that quite monotonous. You're going up and down a pool, not even with an iPod on. I got to a point where I was swimming a mile every day, and suddenly becomes a thinking space that I thoroughly enjoyed. It then became about the time. So if I swam a mile in 44 minutes, then I get into 43. The first time that I did it in sub 40 minutes, I was like, this is amazing. And all of a sudden it becomes quite interesting. You're competing against yourself, and that I find quite exciting. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be badminton, it could be squash. All of those sort of things, they suddenly become quite exciting. They just have to be the right one for you, and that makes it interesting.
How do you manage to keep yourself motivated all of the time?
Finding new things and trying new stuff when it comes to food, that's exciting. You can travel the world by just going through the supermarket. Create yourself a dish. On a Tuesday night you're in Morocco, and on a Thursday you're in India, and on a Friday you're in Thailand. You know, what's the worst thing that can go wrong when you're cooking stuff? Just make sure you've got something back up in the fridge that's easy to do, quick and simple, and it's never going to go that wrong, is it? I mean, it can't be that bad.